Hello there. Nigel Farage will be pleased. The Brexit Party has taken control of Hartlepool Borough Council. This will send a few ripples across the political pond, as well as set off a few alarm bells ringing in the Labour Party. A bunch of independent councillors has just joined the Brexit Party and taken over Hartlepool Borough Council. Now, to be fair, since last night the Brexit Party now has 10 former independent councillors and has also formed a pact with 3 Tories, so that gives the group a total of 13, but there are another 20 seats. So although they are the biggest grouping, they can't do business without the help of others, like for example the Labour Party that has 10 councillors of its own, and Putting Seaton First that has 3 councillors. But this does put down a marker that is both a warning to Labour and an opportunity for the Tories to consider. The Brexit Party chairman, Richard Tice, who is also one of the party's MEPs, said, "Regardless of the shenanigans in Westminster, Brexiteers in the North East are pushing to take back control so they can respect the Brexit vote." I wonder if Boris is listening. Now, Bloomberg is reporting that Brussels is concerned that Boris Johnson may target some individual EU 27 member state leaders to try and get them to vote down any Article 50 extension that the UK Prime Minister is forced to request. And Bloomberg singles out the Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban as a possibility here, because his Foreign Minister Peter Szijjártó seemed to leave the door open to the possibility in a recent interview. Bloomberg says that would set up a choice for MPs of whatever deal Boris cobbled together, or revoking Article 50, and we all know which way MPs would jump if given that choice, don't we? Now here's one you won't hear trumpeted by the mainstream press. The Met Police has today dropped any charges against Nigel Farage, Aaron Banks and leave.eu for electoral crimes. In its statement, the Met said, "It is clear that whilst some technical breaches of electoral law were committed by leave.eu in respect of the spending returns submitted for their campaign, there is insufficient evidence to justify any further criminal investigation." But it did say that investigations into Vote Leave and Be Leave were ongoing. Aaron Banks was quick to Twitter out saying, "So that's leave.eu, Aaron Banks and Darren Grimes all cleared from prosecution. The Electoral Commission has a lot to answer for after their bias." And leave.eu tweeted that Aaron Banks has also called for the resignation of the head of the Electoral Commission for wasting so much money on this investigation. Moving on, as I said would happen, the incoming EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen is insisting that the UK appoints a new EU Commissioner to take over from Julian King in the new EU Commission starting on the 1st of November. The Times reports that Ursula von der Leyen has said that naming a new EU Commissioner would be a legal requirement for any extension. But Boris has already said that he has no intention of appointing one, and his team has been reported as saying that this is one of the ways that the UK can force the EU to reject any request for an Article 50 extension. This will of course raise the question of whether or not the Surrender Act, recently forced through by Remainer politicians, contains a legally enforceable implication that the UK has to make sure it meets any stipulated legal requirements before sending that letter. Now, this could be quite a sticky area. The question is, who exactly is it that appoints these UK commissioners to the EU? If, as I suspect, it is the Queen who does so on the advice of the Prime Minister, then are we about to see some more trashing of the UK Constitution? How can the PM be forced to fill such a post when it is affirmed government policy not to do so? MPs will of course want to knee-jerk and legislate on the matter to either force him to do it or set up some sort of parliamentary committee to do it for him. But that would definitely step over the line of the royal prerogative where appointing people to these sorts of posts is concerned, and the government would not seek the Queen's consent for this, so any such legislation should fall in the House of Commons. But we've got a plainly anti-Boris Johnson Speaker Bercow to contend with on this now, and I'm sure he will reinterpret that rule out somehow again. The catastrophic damage that this continual and relentless drive to work against the democratic will of the people is doing to our constitution is totally unforgivable. And that MPs and those in the House of Lords are happy to go along with it just shows their true intent, which is to smash the UK, then feed it into the EU by any means possible. And if they have to totally alienate those that voted leave in the 2016 EU referendum in the process, they care not one jot. Anyway, what do you think? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.